Hello, Mr. Hardy here, and in this video I want to teach you about the persuasive writing technique, emotive language. So this is part of the DAFOREST series, which is an acronym that I use in class to teach my students a variety of persuasive writing techniques. Today we're on to the letter E, which actually has 3 techniques associated with it. We'll start with the first one, which is emotive language. So what is emotive language? Emotive language is when certain words are linked with certain feelings. And as writers, when we use those words, we can trigger those associated feelings in our reader. For example, there was a somber, sullen, and hushed atmosphere in the courtroom. Adjectives like somber and sullen have connotations of sadness. So by describing the courtroom as somber and sullen, it's a sad courtroom. This in turn might make the reader who's reading this description feel or pick up on the sadness. Another example could be, he was furious at the referee, feeling incensed, he stormed off the pitch. Words like furious, incensed, and even the verb stormed have connotations of anger. So clearly this player was angry, and this anger, through those words, furious, incensed, and stormed, is reflected onto the reader, who may feel a bit of anger as a result. So, I've written a speech and I've used emotive language twice, and I'd like you to try and identify where they are and maybe the emotion associated or the emotion that I'm trying to trigger in the reader. Good morning, I'm Dr. Patel, and I'm here today to talk to you about the benefits of yoga. Have you ever felt exhausted, lackluster, and lethargic? That used to be me, until I started practicing yoga daily. These days I'm full of energy, excitement, and enthusiasm, all from a simple set of breathing and stretching exercises that I practice daily. I'd like to share with you how you can transform your life through this ancient well-being technique. So the 2 examples of emotive language I've used are exhausted, lackluster, and lethargic. And I've actually used it as a triple. I've put 3 examples or 3 words associated with an emotion together, and that emotion is probably tiredness or frustration. I've used another set of emotive language, and again I've used it as a triple. Energy, excitement, and enthusiasm, and this is also an alliterative triple, so all 3 of these words begin with the letter E as well. So that's quite a good technique. It's emotive language, it's a triple, and it's alliteration. And this is to do with feeling happy, energetic, joyful. So I've got contrasting emotions here, which is also quite an effective way to use emotive language, to present one emotion and then to present the contrasting emotion. I also have a typo. It should be your life instead of you life, so I apologise for that. So, some tips on how you can use emotive language in your writing. There are 6 main emotions. In my classroom I have an emotion wheel. You might have seen one of these before. The 6 main emotions are happiness, sadness, anger, fear, surprise, and disgust. And from that you can get a variety of other words that are associated with each of those main emotions. So, I want you to draw or create a kind of wheel. And for each of the 6 main emotions, I want you to list 3 emotive adjectives that you associate with each one. So for example, for the word happy, you might write words such as joyful next to it. Or for the emotion surprised, you might write the word shocked by it. And I want you to write 3 for each of the 6 main emotions. And you could use those words in your writing instead of that emotion to trigger that emotion in your reader, and that's emotive language. You can try using emotive language in a rhetorical question. Do you feel? You can try using emotive language as a triplet. If you want to be even more advanced, you could try using an alliterative triplet, or you could try contrasting emotions within the same piece of writing. So, some practice for you. Task 1, I'd like you to write 1 paragraph of a news report. It could be about a crime, it could be about sports, it could be about anything that triggers emotions in the reader. I'll let you pick the news story and I'll let you pick the emotion that you want to trigger, but I'd like to see some of those emotive language words that you've just written in your writing. Task 2 is to write 1 paragraph of a speech that triggers an emotional response. The topic of your speech could be anything. It could be from the environment to work to whatever topic interests you, and you can pick any response you like. You could be trying to inspire the audience, you could be trying to get them to feel disgusted, angry, happy, sad. Again, look back at your wheel of emotions and the adjectives and verbs and nouns that you associate with those emotions, and try and use some of them in your writing to make your reader feel a certain way. If you found this video useful, please give it a like. Please also subscribe to my YouTube channel for the rest of my DAFOREST persuasive writing technique videos, and feel free to leave a comment, maybe with a little bit of emotive language in it. Thank you for your attention, and I'll see you on the next one.